Because they're going to stop, they're going to learn.
That's what I want to see. Etymology.
Nobody out there.
Yes.
Nobody out there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to be honest with you.
Abundance, my people, abundance. Gratitude, gratitude, abundance, abundance, abundance. All right, so listen, real quick, right? I just want to show something real fast. I always do this. Gratitude, abundance. I just wanted to show y'all something real fast because I got a preview coming up. Hold on, let me see something.
Everybody out here.
Man, why can't I flip my camera? Okay.
We need y'all in our neighborhood because we need you to save us from ourselves. Is that the thing?
Let me see this table real fast.
I'm not feeling that way. Nobody, look how everybody, look how relaxed. I'm like,
I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna show y'all something though. I want to get on to something real fast. All right, so listen, this is just a little quick preview, right? I know I put the title Antigens Determine Blood Types because they do. So I'm not here to argue back and forth with anyone, right? And when I go live on YouTube, I think I'm gonna do it on Monday. Either I'll do it Sunday night or I'm gonna go live Monday. It'll be Sunday or Monday night. I'm gonna go live, and it's gonna be the same title right here: Antigens Determine Blood Types. And I'm not arguing with anyone. See right here. Let me flip this around again.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Let me flip this around real fast one more time. I don't know why my camera acting funny right here. So, certified geneticist right here. You got Tyra Roden Robinson, PhD, was an instructor and postdoctoral fellow in genetics in the Department of Biology Science at Auburn University. She has also been an instructor at Oregon State University. Then you got Lisa Kosh Spockman, PhD in CGC, which is a certified genetic counselor, is a clinical genomics specialist and former geneticist counselor at the Indiana University School of Medicine. Now, I'm not arguing. I don't seek to argue with nobody, but this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna read this to you, and I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I'm gonna show you right here. See what that say right there? Your antigens determine blood type. You see that right there? Your antigens. So that's just a small preview of what I'm going to give people, because I want to take pictures, and it's easier for me to show you images as well as what I'm breaking down, so I can show it to you. But the antigens on your blood. Now let me just explain something to you. Blood, your DNA determines your phenotype. Antigens are completely, totally different. Antigens are what you call antibodies. And when you, this is why, hold on, let me show you something. So what happens is when we're in a hospital or we get a blood transfusion, right? You see this animal right here? Black people eat a lot of what? Chicken, beef, and fish. We eat a lot of chicken, beef, and fish. That's what black people eat a lot of that. Now I'm just going to give you a small preview on this, right? Now, blood types are only for breeding purposes and sharing blood. That's it. Basically just breeding purposes. Now, what happens is when you go to the hospital, they extract our blood from us. But if we ever need blood, they give us their blood. And when you give us their blood, that's antigens that are inside of their blood along with their animal DNA. Now, we don't get their animal DNA because you can't change our cellular structure and functions. You can't do that. What you can do is you can mess with it though. So messing with us is having, let me show you this last part right here. See this right here? These are antigens attached to the cell. Antigens that are attached to the cell. This right here is O negative, O positive. No antigens attached to it. These right here are antigens attached to the cell, which gives you your blood type. Now, when you have their blood through obviously raping, because we was abused by 3 different races, by the same. We were abused by the same. I can't even call them the same race, because I would have said we were abused by 2 different species. One that shares a unisnub-nosed monkey, and the other one that shares a chimpanzee. So let's just say that. And we are actually 3, because down the Bobonos monkey looks like a chimpanzee, but it's not a chimpanzee. It's called Bobonos. That looks like a chimpanzee, but it's not. It's the closest to the chimpanzee family. So now you have 3 different species, 2 that raped us, and 1 we voluntarily had sex with, or they made us have sex with. That's the Bobono, which is the female. The female the female Arab woman and white woman is made with the Bobonos monkey, and the males are made with chimpanzee. The Asian man and the Asian woman is the rhesus monkey. They just rhesus monkey. Now, so when we share blood and we exchanging blood with them, we pull in their antigens. So we pull in antibodies inside of our body that breaks down our lymphatic system and our immune system, as well as our red blood cells. This is where you get Hemolita's disease from. Hemolita's disease breaks down the red blood cell, produces bilirubin, and then what in turn is you produce, or you come up what you call jaundice. Jaundice is that yellow substance that you form on your skin, in your eyes, and jaundice is directly connected to Neanderthal. A blood type is monkey. B blood type is the chicken, the dog, the canine, the fish. That's what that is. So now, when we eat chicken, when we eat fried chicken, when we eat beef, when we eat any of the animal foods, we are feeding the antigens that are already on our blood. So when we feed those antigens, this is why we get colds. This is why we have our runny noses. This is why we get the flu. This is why we're acceptable to. Hold on, let me pause real quick. I'm gonna stay with this, but let me show you something. Look at the umbrella. Look at the umbrella. The umbrella's for rain. It's not for the sun. Supposed to connect with the sun. So anyway, so when we eat those antigens, when we eat that shit, it feeds the antigens that are inside of our anatomy, that is inside of our blood. Inside of our blood. So this is where you get chicken pox. This is where you get sexual and venereal diseases from. You get all of that stuff because you are still feeding the antibodies that are inside of your body that are put there to literally break down your red blood cells. That's why they tell you that you should have red and white blood cells. No, you should not have red and white blood cells. You should have nothing but red blood cells. And on top of that, I'm willing to convince you that our blood is not red anyway. That's what it looks like when the light hit it, and that's what it looks like now because we have been densified. But that is not what our blood look like. So that's just a small preview of when it comes down to blood types, and only the people that's going to sit there. Now, why would I be concerned what people want to? I don't talk in the window about nobody. I make it simple as clear. I make it very clear about when I'm speaking about genetics. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I go off of what I'm reading and I can comprehend. See, it's about reading and comprehending. It's not just about reading. You got to be able to comprehend this shit. So anyway, whenever I had a conversation with a sister on Instagram, she was talking about the autosomal gene. The autosomal genes are 22 genes. First of all, let me show you this real fast. Let me show you this. See, this is the shit it was in this book. Okay, here we go right here. Don't worry, I'm gonna go over this again. This is 23 genes. 23 chromosomes, I meant. 23 chromosomes right here. All of this is what your chromosomes look like. Not in black people. Our chromosomes don't look stringy and long. That's not our chromosomes. That's their chromosomes. So anyway, when somebody asks you, what's your chromosome? They're not asking you, what are your chromosomes? They're asking you, what is your chromosome? Is it an X or is it a Y, or XX or XY? So they don't ask you what your chromosomes are, because the other 22 chromosomes are recessive chromosomes. You can look this up for yourself. It's not like I'm making this shit up. You can look it up for yourself. So anyway, when I go back on live, I'm either gonna do it Sunday night or I'm gonna do it Monday night around 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Y'all know how I do. And the same thing on Monday. It's gonna be around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna get on live and I'm gonna read from these certified geneticists, because people think they'll say to you that they got the credentials, that they went to school for it, but I don't understand. That's like Dr. Fauci being the only epidemiologist when it comes down to viruses and diseases. But then you had all these other independent epidemiologists. You have all these other independent disease experts that says COVID such and such X, Y, and Z is something else, and the jab is something else. But yet, y'all, we just want to say Dr. Fauci is the only one, when you had other doctors and geneticists saying, independent by the way, and had their careers threatened, you understand, to make up lies. So now when people come on, when people want to make videos and say, oh well, your blood type is connected to the star system you from, the blood. No, it's not. Your blood type today is determined on the antigens you have. First of all, determined on the DNA you have in your body. Your DNA is going to produce antigens. Like our body naturally produce antigens to fight off any type of infection. Once black people start to eat healthy, we eat fruits and vegetables, your body produces the antibodies that it needs to keep all infections and viruses and diseases away from you. But when you start putting other antigens of other genetic material inside of your body, it actually fights against it. It fights against your antigens on your body. No different from them giving you the jab, their own messenger RNA that's going to take over from your messenger RNA. So it's no different from that. So, with that being said, you know, people want to say that listen, a lie tastes good to a thirsty heart. I just want people to understand and overstand this. A lie tastes good to a thirsty heart. So a lot of these people out here want to believe in fantasy shit. You understand what I'm saying to you? You better learn to deal with reality. You're not going to be able to. Sound waves move objects. And in order for you to tap into those sound waves, because you have everything that's connected to electromagnetic field lines, in order for you to tap into those sound waves, you have to be able to access parts of your brain that has been dormant. Black people didn't come to Earth to learn how to use our powers. Black people came here to master our powers. So just like, for example, when Superman was born on Earth. Well, he wasn't born on Earth, but he was shipped to Earth. When he was shipped to Earth as an infant, 3 years old, 2 years old, whatever, when he started getting to a certain age, he started being able to see through things. He started running faster. His eyes shot out UV light that started heating up things, and he started panicking, and then he started hearing the voices. He heard people whisper. So he can even hear he can hear a pin drop over 1 million miles away. So he had to learn how to master his senses. He had to learn how to control all of them. He didn't have to come here to learn how to use them. He had to learn how to control them. So when people be talking about, oh, you got to practice this so that way you know how to use it, you know how to do, the number one thing that we can practice that we're not using is common sense and fucking logic. Point blank and simple. That's the number one thing that we all should be practicing and using, but we can't practice that and use that. So therefore, we want to just try to distract the organic people of the planet with all a bunch of fruitless, primitive shit. The bottom line is that how do you know that there are extraterrestrials on the planet? Simple as this. This is how you know there's extraterrestrials on the planet. Black people don't have none of this. This is how you know. This is how you know it's extraterrestrials on the planet. This is how you know who the mother of humanity is, bro. This is how you know. This is how you know who the organic people of the planet is. Through your anatomy. This is how you know how important you the fuck are, bro. What's wrong with you? This is how you know. This is how you know that they get everything from you. This is how they know you get everything from you, bro. Huh? This is how you know. What's wrong with you? As above, so below. This is how you know you was this is how you know you dealing with people that don't have a soul. Anytime they can have children in the zoo in 1958. Look at this right here. Look at this. This is how you know when you could feed children to crocodiles. Why are you creating this type of trauma? What's wrong with you? This is how you know. So when you sitting there, when you have an understanding of life, when you have common sense and logic, when you just exercising that, people want to shoot energy out of their fucking hands and shoot lasers out of their eyes, but ain't shooting that neuron from the left hemisphere of the brain to the right hemisphere of your brain. You're not repairing those dendrites. You're not repairing those axon tracks. You're not repairing those neurons in your fucking brain that are repolarizing and depolarizing. You're not doing none of that, but yet you want to try to master, talk about we moving paper cuts and scissors and shit like that. We're not doing none of that shit here, man. What's wrong with y'all? Some of our people look crazy. We dealing with real life shit here. What we talking about? I'm dead serious. So people want to speak and talk about, oh, Kala, you know what I mean? You was talking division. No, I'm not. I'm speaking about collectiveness. Red ants take care of red ants. Black ants take care of black ants. Elephants take care of elephants. Zebras take care of zebras. Gazelles take care of gazelles. Buffaloes take care of buffaloes. And they don't have a racist bone in their fucking body when it comes to all of them drinking at one pond together. They don't have a race. They don't say, we got more water over here, so you can't have the water. We got more grass over here, so you can't share the grass. You don't see zebras and giraffes and elephants talking like that to each other. But yet, they take care of their own species on the planet. And when you take care of your own species, you will indirectly help another species or several species get to the next sunrise. So people can speak all the division that they want. What they're doing is continuing to live off of your pure energy, your pure melanin. We're the only ones that possess neuromelanin. This is what they are doing. They are literally trying to play on your divine loving heart. So this is why the sun is separating us. The sun is saying, no, 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 no. You are going to separate. And you are going to, the organic people are going to see the hell that they have capitulated to. And the artificial people are going to see the hell that they subscribe to. The artificial people are going to see the hell that they subscribe to, the hell that they backed up, the hell that they enforce through their violent, genocidal activities. They are going to see the hell that they have created. And we are going to see the hell that we have capitulated to and breathe life into. We're going to see that right here in this lifetime. The scientist from NASA, he said the earth will become unbearable to live within 7 years. Because the intensity of the radiation from the sun. Even in the Bible, it told you that God said, I'm not going to flood the earth the second time, but I will bring fire when I come this time. And the fire is the radiation from the French toast sun. The blue and the red Kachina is up there along with other objects, celestial objects in your fucking sky that is peeling back what you will call the ozone layer. The ozone layer is being removed and radiation is increasing exponentially. Now, it's so-called black people on the planet saying, oh, sun, turn up your energy. Oh, sun, oh, earth, let's remove the ozone layer. Half of us don't even know what the fuck that is. They don't even know what that is. You understand? Especially when we got our children going to the same school and being taught by the same people that literally fed them the crocodiles, and now encouraging your children to be gay, homosexuality, transgender, and because they are creating an environment through us in our homes that our children no longer wants to be in there. Our children feel safer with crocodiles than they do with motherfucking gazelles. Our children feel safer living amongst hyenas than they do sitting in a fucking rainforest with trees with fruits and vegetables. Now you tell me who's responsible for that? Who's responsible for that right there? So you can get mad at me all you want. Our children have every right to look at us the way that they do. How the fuck could we call ourselves adults and grown-ass people and men and women, but we allow someone else to teach our children and medically and psychologically evaluate our babies? Get mad at me all you want. A lot of those that are walking around with their eukaryotic cell genetic makeup, you can get mad at me all you want, but I told you, I didn't prepare myself for this. I didn't know I was doing it, because let me know, I didn't go to school for none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying to you? I was just like the ordinary brother and sister that was trying to find their way and was just wanted to make it to the fucking very next day. And Mother Universe said, you didn't come to this planet to capitulate. You didn't come to this planet to join their fucking system, and you damn sure didn't come to this planet to be a fucking slave. You came here to do what I need you to do. That's what she said. And lo and behold, I was scrolling up Facebook, and when I scrolled up Facebook, I seen the Bible, I seen the Quran, and I seen the hieroglyphs, and it said lies written in books, truth written in fucking stone. So there you have it. So what did it touch you? Did truth touch you enough to say, you know what, this is what I need to do? Did truth touch you enough? Because people make excuses on why they don't do what they do. People make excuses, huh? Why they don't do what they do. I take my hard-earned money. I went to work for 16, 20 hours, working every day of the fucking week. And then here's my other job. Been out here since 10 o'clock this morning. 10 o'clock this morning, huh? Me and my brother Kenny been out here since 10 o'clock this morning. Me and my man Kenny. Hold on. 10 o'clock this morning. And then people say, well, you know, our people ain't listening. Well, that's because you trying to reach, you want to separate yourself from your people. You want to stand out amongst your people instead of standing shoulder to shoulder, heel to heel, and heartbeat to heartbeat with your people. See, if you feel like that, guess what? You already know that some of them ain't going to listen. But guess what? You don't even understand when I have this up here, how many people walk past me and look and take pictures. They don't even say a word. They just take pictures or they record with their camera. They just look out here. You have no idea. Just that impact alone. Just that impact alone. You don't give up because when you walked around a few fucking fools that wanted to be fucking white folks or wanted to be the eukaryotic cell. You don't give up on no shit like that. Look at this brother walking by. Look at how slow he was walking by, and he's still staring at it. Look at that. You don't give up because there's a few that just want to be amongst the fucking dead. You say no. You got to be the sun walking in the flesh to shine light on your fucking brothers and sisters. What's wrong with you? You have to be different. You have to stand out if you want better for your species. You can't be afraid to sit there and be like, oh man, they're not going to listen. You don't know what they will do. You don't know how they will react because our people are hungry. But how devoted are you? Do you do what you do because of what you make? Or you are what you are because are you who you are because of the occupation that you have or the title that you have, or you do what you do because of who you are? Huh? You have to ask yourself that question. That's a serious question. So yes, I'm going to be on here. I'm going to do this blood type, this antigens and blood types. I'm going to do this on Sunday night or Monday night. One of these nights that's coming up, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to take today. I'm going to be out here and I'm going to be tired after this. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to relax and probably go to sleep because I'm going to be out here all day and all the way to this evening. And then Saturday, I'm going to relax. And Sunday night, I'll probably do it, or Monday, I'll probably do it. But I'm definitely getting on live. And I'm going to, people that tell you got animal DNA. Animal DNA and antigens are two different things. Animal DNA has to do with your phenotype, your hair follicles, your eye color, your skin, you understand, the placement of your organs. That's your DNA. The melanin that you possess, that's DNA. Your antigens does not play that role on it. Your antigens plays a role on black people when it comes down to your immune system. Chicken pox, cow pox, monkey pox, smallpox. All that shit comes from animal genetics. All that shit comes from animal DNA. Every last bit of it. Sexual disease, STDs, chlamydia, gonorrhea, all of that come from mixing blood with people that are not natural to the planet. Point blank and simple. That's where all that shit come from. And you can get mad at me all you want, but I ask these questions right there. How did we go from haploids to diploids? How did we go from a single chromosome to a double chromosome? That's how we, excuse me, not a double chromosome, but 23 chromosomes or 22 chromosomes, because the 23rd is the sexual chromosome, what sex you are. You're a male or a female. So how did we go from haploids to diploids? How the honeybee is what you call a haploid. The wasp is a haploid. The fucking ant is a haploid. And all three of those creatures, all three of those animals was carved. And excuse me, not carved. The crop circles were made of those three animals. Crop circles was made of those three animals. The honeybee, the ant, and the wasp. The crop circle, why? How does, if a dog and a cat holds more chromosomes than a honeybee? Now let me just touch you with this real fast before I get up out of here. Let me touch you with this real fast. Name an animal on the planet that produces something that humans can use that doesn't rot, that doesn't go old, doesn't have fungi. Name something. The honeybee produces honey. Raw honey does not grow mold. It doesn't grow old. It's not infected unless you infect it yourself. But honey can last forever. You know, let me say that to you one more again. That's right. Honey lasts forever. And what color is honey, baby? Golden. So how is it that a dog has more chromosomes than a honeybee? A cat has more chromosomes than a honeybee. A monkey has more chromosomes than a honeybee. A chicken has more chromosomes, and chromosomes are DNA, genetic information that is in there, sequences of DNA. So understand something. If I got all those chromosomes, that means I have all that genetic material in there, then I should be doing some fascinating shit. And you tell me, what do the dog do that's fascinating to you? Huh? I can tell you what it do. It keeps you company. Because, see, you can control and manipulate that. People like something that's wagging their tail and coming up to them and making them feel important. You see? And making them feel like they the end all be all. See, your cat don't do that. The cat, depending upon who you are, might mess with you or not. You see? The cat might do that. But the dog, you can break his leg and then wave a hot dog to him and he still come right over to you. You see? So you name me something, any animal that's in nature that produces something that doesn't grow old, that doesn't rot, that will spoil over time. Cut it out. Nothing. The honeybee does. Come on. So listen, I had to give y'all some of my energy while I was out here. I appreciate y'all. Let me get back up on my thing out here, because it's people out here, you know, in school grade. I'm waiting for school to let out too, so I can do my thing. But antigens determine your blood type. Antigens determine your blood type. Point blank and simple. And your DNA produces antigens already. So just know that. So when you see when we go in the hospital and they got to give you blood, or you sitting there eating turkey, eating chicken, eating fish, and you wondering why you got your lymphatic system is weak because you got colds, you getting sores on your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Cold sores on your mouth and stuff. That's because of the antigens that are in your body. Point blank and simple. That's it. So I value, I appreciate you all. Y'all all have an amazing Supreme Cosmic Day. Thank you all for your support, man. Anybody that has grabbed the shirt, thank you again for your support, because you see what this go to. You see what this go to right here, right out here. You see what this go to right here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all who grabbed the shirt. Anyone who cashed that, I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you all. Thank you all. I greatly appreciate you. Believe me, you. You know what I'm saying? No days off, man. No days off. We only got a short period of time, and the revolution will not be televised. And just so you know, there's a clip that's coming up. And first of all, let me just say this to you. When have you ever known a month that you got 2 supermoons back to back? Two. I mean, before 2012, right? I want to ask you a question. How many eclipses did we have before 2012 that were so close back to back? And how many super moons that we have had? Super blue moon, August the 30th, August the 31st. The moon looked like it's on a tilt. It looked like it's closer to the planet than it's ever been. So why they don't take a trip to the moon now? Huh? Why they don't take one now? And then you got the eclipse that's happening in October 14th, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that time. And then we got another eclipse happening in April, right before the spring equinox. And you already know what that is. We're being pulled to another dimension. And we being pulled to that dimension with all that extra energy. And the closer we are to the sun, the more radiation we're going to, the more radiation we're going to absorb, the more light we're going to absorb. And the more light that we absorb, it starts to tap into that portion of the brain that has been dormant for quite some time. So what happens is our bodies are actually getting adjusted to make a fusion with our souls, so we can fuse together as one. All of us are not going to be able to make that fusion. You know what I'm saying? Just so that you know, all of us are not going to be able to do it. But there will be a percentage of us that will be able to do it. Understanding? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so all of us won't be able to do it, but some of us will. So, I mean, just prepare yourself as best as you possibly can. Understand that this entity is going to cause nothing but chaos. This is coming into this year. Don't think because Africa is sided with China and Russia and all that. Don't think because that's something that's benefiting you. No, it's not. All of this is all smoke screens. They are getting ready to introduce the creator of the eukaryotic cell organism. This is what they have to do, but they need America because the golden race, they still have us in custody. They need us to be completely and totally out of control. Completely and totally out of control. And that out of control phase is coming our way. That out of control phase is coming our way. That's not natural. Long sleeves, long jacket, umbrella, that's not natural. That's not natural on the planet. That's not natural. Nobody blocks away from the sun. The sun is the natural life giver, the energy giver of the planet. Nobody hides away from the sun. That's right, my brother. That's right. How you doing, Star Seed? How you doing? How you doing, my brother? Pleasure. That's right, my brother. We gotta each one reach one. That's how we grow. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn. Huh? Women? Yeah, exactly. Women created us. That's right, my brother.
But they go around saying that the man needs to be.
Exactly. Come on, my brother. That's how you trick her. That's how you trick a whole species. Make them believe that the man did it. No, it comes from you. Everything comes from you. Let me give you a card. Can I get one of those cards in there?
I'm studying the book myself.
Absolutely. Let us know that we're completely different from everyone else that's on the planet. And right now, the sun is separating us from all other life that's on the planet right now, because we gonna need to be by ourselves in order for us to heal as a nation of people.
Okay, I got you.
A pleasure speaking to you, my brother. You have a great day. Yeah, but thanks again for everyone who ever supported me. Thank you all, man. And again, this shit ain't about me. I do this to encourage brothers and sisters to get out in your community. Do not be discouraged because one person say I ain't trying to hear that shit. That means you're still looking for love instead of looking for value, appreciation, and walking in truth. Because see, when you look for love, one person can say they don't love you and all of a sudden you in a depressed state. One person can say I ain't trying to hear what you got to say and all of a sudden you full of anxiety or you're not in neuroticism and you're unsure about the decisions that you make. No, when you say I'm walking in my truth and I'm looking for value and appreciation, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for, value and appreciation, and I'm walking in my truth. See, this is the thing. Mother Universe told me. She said, you don't go to no one. You don't go to no one. She said, this is what you do. You put everything on display, and you have the knowledge to explain it to them on a from whereas though a kid can understand what you are saying. Whereas though a kid can understand what you are saying. And if you do that, you will be a-okay. I don't need to go to nobody. There is no need for me to go to you. Go to you for what? I'm gonna put this right here on display. You can clearly see this right here for yourself. And when you ask the questions, I'm gonna give you the truth. And it's not based on my personal feelings. It's based off DNA, universal law. This has nothing to do with my personal feelings. This is universal law, because I am going to be accountable regardless of what y'all say or not. We are accountable for the children that we have turned a deaf ear and a blind eye to. Even our brothers and sisters that practice homosexuality. We are accountable for that as a species. I know a lot of us gonna say, well, Kalad, they're grown, this, that, and the third. Yeah, I hear that. But let me explain something to you. We are accountable for that because we allow that. Silence is acceptance. And we're not walking around saying to our own brothers and sisters, don't come in my community with this shit. Don't come in my neighborhood with this shit. And if you live in my neighborhood, don't be in front of my door. The same way that we treat drug dealers, the same way that we treat people that drink alcohol and winos that be sitting on the steps, the same way we treat the dope boy that's sitting on your steps, is the same way we need to treat the ones that have turned their back on themselves and turned their back on biology. Point blank and simple. We should treat them the same way. Either when we give them the truth, if they don't accept it, get away from me. Get away from me. Point blank and simple. Point blank and simple. You practice whatever you want to practice, but you cannot practice that amongst me and my species. This ain't about me as a personal feeling. This is a biological universal fact. This is what we need to deal with. We need to deal with a universal fact and not with our personal feelings. So I value and I appreciate y'all. Let me get up off of here. Woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light, each one reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. Protect yourself at all times with knowledge, sunlight, chlorophyll, distilled water, and 3D human free. Kalab Ma'at Amin Ra, God gene for life. Sunblood, sunblood, sunblood. I am not black. Yizzo, it's not about one love. It's about whole love. Peace, abundance, and gratitude to you all.